Damn. Mm. Well, damn. But damn. I see. So before I get started, I am going to get something to drink. Okay, chat. So, as you can see, let me put my notes on the corner because I do got my notes ready. As you can see by the title, The Art of Balance and Finding Harmony Between the Earth and Spiritual Realms. Um, Let me fix my audio. Right quick. So, today when it comes to talking about balance between the spiritual and physical realm, I'm not gonna lie, this delay is throwing me off like a motherfucker. We gonna make it work for now. Anyways, one more, one more thing. So when it comes to the art of balancing the spiritual and the physical realm, as I don't like to say a human being, but as a deity, as a soul monitoring within a human body, for some spirits on this journey, it could be difficult to balance the physical and the spiritual realm. The reason why this I feel like I am learning consistently. Damn, I can't say that word today. That's crazy. But balance has been a key lesson in my life so far, and when it comes to balance, it's more of the fact that a lot of people think that when you awaken and you become a spiritual person, you're supposed to just like throw the fucking physical out the window, meaning you can't party, you can't hang with certain people. And to a certain extent, they are correct. But if you hinder yourself, like if you awaken and you tell yourself, "Oh, I can't party no more. Like that ain't for me," then it's more the fact that you are hindering yourself. You have to remember that you are a limitless being. So since you are a limitless being, when you become awakened, that doesn't mean that you should become blocked off to what's all around you, that you are even more abundant than you perceived before you put the glasses on, was able to see the truth. A lot of people, and I did fall into that phase in life where I was like, okay, now that I can see the truth, there's certain things that I just cannot do, and there's certain things that I still do to this day. Like, I do not use toothpaste with fluoride unless I fucking have to, and that has been a while. Um, I try to eat most veggies and fruits, but that has nothing to do with being awakened. When you become more awakened, you also become aware to the feelings you feel and the things around you, how they cause you to feel, and the things you put in you, how they cause you to feel. And so when I eat meat like pork, chicken and shit, that shit makes me feel heavy as fuck. And me personally, I do not like feeling heavy. Like, I got like five baggage. I got 5 bags of motherfucking pile of dog shit that I'm just trying to carry up a damn mountain. This ain't my shit to carry. This ain't even my damn dog. The fuck I'm carrying it for? But that's what it feel like when you, at least for me, when I eat a lot of pork or a lot of chicken or a lot of like heavy ass shit, or I make me a big ass meal knowing damn well I don't need that big ass meal because I get full quick, and I know I'm just gonna overfeed myself and overeat. Now I'm walking around the house feeling heavy as fuck, feeling like, and I'm just waiting to take a shit at this point. And then most of the time, a lot of people like to eat a bit meal before they go to sleep. And before you go to sleep, you fucking it up because now instead of your body using energy to make you aware when you are in dreams, because dreams are just other realities, your body is using the energy now to basically process all the food and the junk that you just ate like 2 hours prior. And because your body is using all that energy to process all the food that you just ate prior, it doesn't have enough energy to use it on other things that it could be using it on, like you being aware in your dream state, or meditation, or you just getting enough sleep. You waking up all tired and groggy because your body used so much energy in its sleep to digest the food that you just ate, because you shouldn't be eating a big meal before you go to sleep, and you shouldn't be eating a big meal as soon as you wake up. That's why it's called break fast. Unless you just worked out, like you wake protein. That's different because your body is just going to take that in and feed off that and basically use it to rejuvenate you. But if you waking up and the first thing you do is go make you a meal, best believe you going to feel right back tired because you ain't give your body enough time to process, to even take itself out of the REM state and process that it's awakened in its timeline. You just woke up and you ain't even, the first thing you want to do is walk your ass to the kitchen. And you think that after you eat that meal that you finna just be lit. Now, when it comes to the art of balance, the reason why I wanted to touch on this topic is because this is a major, major, major thing that I want to push. This is a major message that I want to push within my art that I create, and within anything moving forward that has to involve the galaxy realm. Now, when it comes to, I just wish this shit wasn't. When it comes to the art of balance, the whole point of the spiritual warfare, the whole point of this, you know, negative energy being so huge within this reality is because of the fact that people think this spiritual warfare that we are in has to do with color and race, and it does not. They use color and race to implement that. They use division. Me, I perceive it to be somewhat of a distraction of what the main. It plays a part. It's a part of the truth, but it's not the full truth. It's not the whole truth. It's not the truth from the source. And what I mean by that is the spiritual warfare has nothing to do with race or the color, because at the end of the day, we all are just energy inside of a physical vessel. So when we do transition to the spiritual realm and we are just energy and dust and a ball of gas and matter, that doesn't has a race, that doesn't have a color, that doesn't have a title, that's not your boyfriend, that's not your girlfriend, that's not your parent, that is just a fucking ball of energy in space, and it's nothing and everything at the same time, and that's what you are. That's what God is. God is everything. But that's not the topic. The topic is the balance. So a lot of people think that um I see that, especially for my women, we have this program pushed into us of he man and he and man did this, man did that, he did that. Even when I read books on self healing or books that has to do with the mindset, or if it has to do with history, they always use the word him, he. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, okay, why are you trying to push this agenda so hard? Him, he, man. And it's like, okay, people need to realize that if we all come together as one union and as one source, we become powerful. And slowly but surely, it is happening. In this very moment, right here, right now, it is happening. But what I'm saying is, the spiritual warfare is based on masculine and feminine energy. So when we was in school and they told us in history that slaves were slaves because of their skin color, and they were divided because of the skin color and this and that, we let it fly past our head that before they divided blacks and whites, they divided men and women. Meaning, in the spiritual aspect, they divided masculine and feminine energy. But it crossed over our head because as a kid, they were so focused on the color and the race that that's what we focus our energy and our thoughts on. So we didn't even think about, wait a minute, why the fuck are they separating the women and from the men? And why the fuck women can't vote, women can't work these certain jobs, women can't do what the fuck they want to do? They're told to basically supply for man while man provide. And it's like, what if women wanted to provide and supply? What if man wanted to provide and supply? Who are you to tell each individual what they can and can't do, or what they should be doing or shouldn't be doing? And who is they? Who started that? Let's ask that question. Who started the fact that women couldn't vote, women couldn't do this, man could do this, man could do this, women could? Who is they? Who started that? Because it had to come from somewhere. Now, the whole purpose and goal of this live stream today is to say that the art of balance, masculine and feminine energy, works wonders and works well as a collaboration and as one. And this is why today, most of the things that are happening in today's world has to do with division between women and men. And as the years continue to go by, the division between masculine and feminine energy is being pushed to the forefront. I'm realizing with how the political stance went, that a lot of people are starting to see that, oh, okay, this is not race, this is not color, this is more about the energy. And this is something that I perceived a few years back when I realized how the way men treated women, and even the way women, because there's nobody's right and wrong. I'm not that type of woman where a woman would say man ain't shit. I don't believe that. because everybody is an individual, their own individual person, and everybody's different. And for a man to say a woman is a hoe and a woman ain't shit, I don't believe that either, because not all women cheat and not all women just want material shit. Once again, everybody different. But what made me realize the spiritual warfare being between two energies is the evolution between men and women. If you go back in time and you go back in the days, you see man used to, I don't like to say the word worship, but man used to basically, that's the best word I can use right now and think of. Man usually used to worship women. And in return, women used to lead man onto abundant paths. And what is the abundant path? Well, men have a hard time connecting to their feminine side because they believe that that means that they're gay or they're a woman, and that is far from it. And as the years went on, the programming of man, they started to believe, as they separated more from their feminine energy. I won't even say they separated from their feminine energy. It seems like it's flip flopping right now. It seems like the masculine energy is being pushed on women and the feminine energy is being pushed on men. So it's like they're trying to reverse the energies because of the fact that if they reverse the energies, they still can have control. It would just be perceived differently instead of it being man and a man physical vessel with masculine energy taking over the world with masculine energy. It's going to be these, I ain't even gonna say it's gonna be these. They're trying to attempt, but it's not happening because we're here. We've been here for a good minute. But a lot of people don't realize that we need the masculine and the feminine energy to co-create and to coexist as one and to be in balance. Because feminine energy, you want to start with you want to start with how you perceive each energy. Feminine energy is basically um jewelry, it's flashy shit, earrings, rings, bracelets, necklaces, anything like that. This shit hurt. Nose piercing. This shit hurting me right now. It's flashy. It grabs attention. It, what the fuck is going on with my throat chakra today? Fuck! It grabs attention. It makes you want to look at the person. It makes you want to be gravitated towards the person or walk towards the person sometimes, depending on who you are as an individual. But feminine energy does play a role in jewelry. Feminine energy is actually love, which is the strongest, highest energy in the universe. So this lets you know right now why spiritual warfare is against the feminine energy, because it's the strongest energy. But if women didn't think that all men were hoes and cheated, cause I've been around a lot of niggas, and it's like niggas really be in their feelings for real. This journey in life to mask their emotions, or at least they think they are. But as an empath and as somebody who can see through masks, men are very highly emotional, and they just don't know how to connect with that energy or to how to function within that energy, which is feminine energy, because that's emotion, you know? And it causes certain people, certain men to lash out because they don't understand what they're feeling and they're not connected to the feminine side. It's the same way with a female. Some women are more in their masculine side, which can hinder them on their growth or on their life journey because of the fact that as a woman, you need your feminine energy. You can always be in this survival mode and you can always be on the go, running around with your head cut off loose. You gotta sometimes sit down and be in that angelic energy and understand that as a woman, you have a lot of power and that you can call and attract anything to you with just a simple thought. And see, so when it comes to finding balance between the physical and the spiritual, you just want to, I would say, create a list of things that you do spiritually that benefits you and makes you feel good within, such as journaling, meditating. At least for me, things in a spiritual aspect that make me feel good is journaling, meditating, um, sometimes just, I mean, I guess that's considered meditating too, because I was going to say sometimes sitting in um, quietness, but that would be considered meditating too. Um, Yoga, Tai Chi, Wu Wei, um, coloring, drawing, making music, creative writing. These are things that, for me specifically, and I'm trying to listen because I feel like somebody coming. But these are things that I specifically do for me in a spiritual aspect that helps me feel good within and just makes me feel fulfilled. And then when it comes to the physical aspect, the things you can do to remain in balance is grounding work. So going outside, taking your shoes off, taking your socks off, putting your feet in grass. I do that every rising. So when I wake up and I'm thanking the universe for what I appreciate and what I'm grateful for, I'm also grounding myself so I know that this energy that I'm in this very moment is my own very energy and that I'm not carrying any energy from yesterday or from thoughts that's flowing through my mind at the current moment. I'm grounded and what I'm grateful for and what I'm thankful for in this very moment is truly and deeply, genuinely coming from my heart. So I like to do my groundwork in the rising because in the rising I'm also doing my affirmations and I feel like those two go hand in hand, being grounded and saying your affirmations, especially when you first waking up and your mind is still in the REM state. It could definitely elevate your soul in a lot of ways and bring peace to your soul in a lot of ways. Um, Physical aspect, working out, running, jogging, calisthenics. Whether you some days run a lot, and then when my legs get sore, I give my legs a rest day, and when my legs are having a rest day, I'm working on my arms and I'm doing some push-ups, curl-ups, pull-ups. Working on my upper abs, things in that area. Anything that gets the energy flowing and running and in motion, that is deemed the physical aspect. And when you create a schedule of those, whether that's reading too, you can add reading into that aspect as well. But when you combine those two, it's a balance of the spiritual and the physical realms because you are doing spiritual work when you are meditating, journaling, sitting with yourself and reflecting and processing your current emotions and past emotions. And then when you are working out, running, and working on upper body strength and lower body strength, that's something you are physically doing with your body. And at the same time, you are still calming that mind and putting your mindset into a good flow state spiritually. So it kind of goes hand in hand with both of them. Some struggles that I have with balance is Like I said, when I first started my spiritual awakening, a few of my struggles was that I thought that, okay, since I became awakened and aware to a lot of things, that I had to stop doing a lot of things, and I had to stop the physical realm, such as eating certain foods like hamburgers and going to clubs and drinking and smoking. But it took for me to go through a lot of lessons in my life to understand that I was just limiting myself and hindering myself, because there's literally some deities that come to earth just to experience the things they can't experience in higher, smoking, drinking, shit like that. And then on top of that, deities also use certain things like drinking, smoking, and certain aspects to connect to their ancestors and the spiritual realm as well. So everything around you that you see in your physical realm is a tool that can be used in a way, is if you can deem it necessary and look and ask yourself, what can this be used for? And once I changed my perception within that, and I realized that everything around me can be used as a tool in a beneficial way for me on my journey in life, it kind of changed. It definitely changed the way that I maneuvered in life, and it changed the way that I perceive certain things. And so I realized that I didn't have to stop doing certain things altogether, but if I balanced it, that would be enough, because too much of anything is bad for you. Whether you feel like you got something that's benefiting you and it's good, but if you take too much of it, it's at the end of the day, it's gonna fuck you up. Too much I don't knowing of. I don't give a fuck if it's good for you or not. If it's too much of it, it's too much of it. That's the whole point of manifestation, is you think about it, you tell the universe what you want, and then you let it go. You don't constantly sit there and think about how much you want it and just dwell on it. That's too much energy being put into that. You put energy into, you let it go. And so I had to tell myself it's okay to want to go party, want to go clubbing, because I'm always in solitude. I'm always working on myself spiritually. I'm always working on evolution and growth. I'm always working on being a better me and for others around me. So it's okay if I want to go out club and get lit, suck a few tits. It's okay. It's all right. Sometimes, like I tell myself, I just do it for certain things. If I go clubbing, I'm doing it to either celebrate an achievement that I did. I'm either doing it, maybe I haven't been out in a long time. Like I've been in the house for like months and months, and maybe a friend called my line and say, "Hey, come push up or come hang out." And I know that that friend really just want my energy or want to hang out, and I'm like, "Damn, I haven't been out either." Then of course I'm a slide. Um, if I am celebrating somebody else's achievements that's in my circle, or they invite me to celebrate their achievements with them, then I'm down. Because I'm down to celebrate another person, because that shit just went through my mind. I ain't gonna say it, but I'm down to celebrate another person, because life throws a lot of lessons at people. In life, what I realize is you either gonna have lessons or abundance. There's no in between. There's is either thing that come in your life, whether it's a person, place, a thing, or object, is gonna fall on those line of the spectrum. You either going that person, place, a thing is either a lesson or it's abundance coming in. And so when a person pass a lesson or a person want to celebrate something, I'm down, because I definitely get it. I definitely get it, and like life be hitting sometimes. So a motherfucker put their grind on, bro. I promise y'all, I do not sniff shit. My nose is just itchy for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, I did struggle with that for a little bit in the beginning of my spiritual awakening. I'm like, damn, I don't need to be clubbing and put this alcohol down. Now that I have grew and elevated within the journey, alcohol for me, it's just I don't like the taste. It does taste like literal poison. I do feel the effects that it have on my body as soon as I consume it, and it sucks. The only alcohol that I will drink now is wine, because wine is healthy for the body. As long as you're not doing too much, like I said, too much of anything is bad for you. As long as I'm not, one cup of wine is good for me, and then on top of that, it doesn't make my mind feel like it's about to fall the fuck off my body. So me and wine, we get along like this. But me and that tequila and that lick, that tequila, baby, I had to leave ya. I had to leave ya. So when it comes to the food too, sometimes like if you pay attention to your body will literally tell you the things that it need. And that's why I get the spiritual aspect of you don't want to eat meat and this and that. And maybe it is a program telling me like, hey, go. But you know, sometimes I throw up and I throw in a little bit of steak, steak and potatoes. You can't go wrong with steak and potatoes. But most of my diet do consist of good. I feel like my diet is great. You know, I got salad in the present moment right here, right now. Eh, but when I am like in a stable area in my life, and when I am, you know, in a great mentality state, or why the fuck I can't talk today? What the fuck going on? I thought this was just, it's crazy. I was watching Shawty on YouTube earlier today, and this shit was happening to her too, and I'm just like, damn, what's going on? And now I'm doing this shit. Like, I know what the fuck I'm thinking and what I want to say, but as I'm saying it, it's like the voice are just, see, the voice, what? But anyways, this shit's crazy. Um, most of my struggles just came with the fact that I just had this belief. It means that I can't tap into certain things, or I can't do certain things, or say certain things. And now I'm just having this big ass realization in this current phase of my life, 555 on the clock right now, that the whole goal in life is self love. Because you can't give love to others if you don't love yourself. If you're not happy with yourself, if you don't feel fulfilled within with yourself, you cannot give that. You can't give that. You can only give the energy that you are in to the others. You, that's the only. Let me see. I'm getting high. I'm getting high. I'm getting high. You can only give the frequency that you vibrate in to the people outside of you. So if you are constantly down and negative, that's the only energy you can give. Yes, you can sit there and you can be all loving and shit and nice here and there, but that's the whole point of life, is you growing and you learning. But once you get to a certain phase in your life, you just realize like, damn, like, bro, I was being hard on myself. Like, it got to a point, like, in this phase, in this current phase of my life, I'm like, damn, I've been so hard on myself. And this is something that I've been aware of for so long, but I haven't been aware of it in certain areas in my life. And I'm like, damn, I've been so hard on myself when it comes to how I eat, to the point that when I make a meal, I can't even enjoy this meal anymore because the thoughts that I'm having as I'm eating this meal, like, why the fuck are you eating this? You shouldn't be eating this. You already know what the fuck you should be eating. It's like, that's not loving myself. Loving myself is telling myself that you're going to enjoy this meal because you're grateful for this meal that you just made, is loving this meal. Let's sit down, be patient, and enjoy the meal. I'm fucking eating fast, and then I'm telling myself, I'm just beating myself up at the meals that I'm eating. I'm like, bro, like, this is not self love. Or if I see myself partying too much, I'm like, bro, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be meditating and journaling. But I just spent fucking 5, 6 plus months meditating and journaling. So it's okay if I want to go party, you know? So I would catch these thoughts and I would catch myself and I'd be like, bruh, what the fuck? Like, you being too hard on yourself. Like, you ain't come in this reality. You ain't come here in this lifetime to be a fucking robot. You ain't come here to just stick to one thing and do one thing. You ain't come here to just, like, God didn't give you the glasses to become aware of who you are, so you can basically belittle who you are and change who you are to make yourself more smaller. And I realized like I've been making myself smaller, and I have failed, and I have been aware of times where I've made myself smaller because of the people around me. And I could feel the energy they feel, and I could feel that they feel a little insecure or they feel a little down when my presence come in the room or some shit. And I'm like, especially at my work, like when I was used to work, and I'm like, bro, like I would catch myself like just dimming my light. It would be questions I would want to ask that I didn't ask. It would be things that I want to say, or maybe a opinion that I want to input into the topic or the conversation. I don't say shit because I'm like, bro, me just opening my mouth alone and emanating my voice and the tonality of my voice just changes the fucking frequency in the room. And some people can't handle it. And because I could feel and I could pick up that certain people couldn't handle it, I would just bring it down a notch because I would want people around me to feel good. But then I would realize, what about me? I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good because I'm not truly being who I want to be. I'm not truly saying what the fuck I want to say. I'm not moving how I truly want to move. I want to do what I want to do, how I want to do it, when I want to do it. And I don't want nobody telling me when or how the fuck to do it. If I have a question, I want to ask this question. Whether you feel some type of way or not, because that don't have shit to do with me. That has to do with you. And it had to take me a long time to realize that the way people felt around me had nothing to do with me, especially when I didn't intentionally hurt them or disrespect them. I knew then it ain't me, it's you. And I saw this phase and this lesson in my life coming because when I took DMT, this is the main thing. I don't know, like I told them fucking deities and in that room, I don't know if it's me or if it's y'all, but I'm not fucking with y'all. And really, that moment of my trip was just trying to show me the next lesson that I will be learning in this phase in my life. And this is a lesson I'm learning now. I used to think that it was me, that I was the problem. So I would cater and people please and try to make another motherfucker feel good and rub a motherfucking feet and give and love so hard and deep, thinking that it was me. Because growing up, I always thought it was me. I was the problem because of the toxic family dynamic that I grew up in. And it took for me to fall flat ass, flat ass, flat down on my ass multiple times to see that I was never the problem. That there was never a problem in the first place. I just ain't love myself as much as I needed to not even create the problems, because your reality is just your thoughts being created into an illusion. So I had to realize that I didn't have enough self-love and self-respect, and that this is the reason why I'm seeing problems. I'm out of balance. I'm out of balance because I'm not being myself. So I had to eventually tell myself that I am authentic, I am unique, I am Maya, I am balanced. And no matter if I today am meditating and journaling, and tomorrow I'm in a fucking club drinking, I am still the same me. I am still the same soul. And I still carry that same energy and power. I don't think people would ever discover the art of balance or balance in general until they become unbalanced. Because you don't see and recognize shit until you lose this stuff. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't see all they have right now in life. But as soon as something go wrong in life or they fucking fall flat ass, that's when they see it. And it's like Spirit have to ask me, like, how many times will you fall flat ass? I like saying that, flat ass. How many times will you fall flat ass before you just say you had enough? Because the reason you fall in flat ass is because you are allowing yourself to fall flat ass. Because yes, you learning the lessons, but now you just repeating the cycles. See, we ain't talking about just learning the lessons. We talking about learning the lessons that you been learned previously, but now you just repeating the cycle because you continue to maneuver the same way when you supposed to been switched up how the fuck you was supposed to move. You supposed to been switch up who you was hanging around with. You supposed to been switch up how you was dressing and how you was acting and the words you was saying and how you even speak. I pay attention to the way I walk now. I fix that shit immediately because I need my walk alone. I need people to perceive my walk alone as confident because that's how I feel. I feel confident because I know I am that I am, and that I am is everything. That I am is abundant. And I think that's the best thing that I just said, and it just said in my head again. To become balanced, you have to become unbalanced. To become balanced, you have to become unbalanced. To see you are the light, you have to put yourself in the dark. A lot of people not ready for that shit though, huh? Motherfuckers be quick to say you gotta get rid of your ego. See, I fell for that program too when I first became spiritually awakened. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, now I can't have my ego. How the fuck I get rid of this? Whole time that your ego is a part of you. To not accept your ego and to get rid of it is not accepting yourself. And now you just starting all. Now you're repeating the cycle. You're supposed to make the light and dark coexist. You're supposed to make the ego and the soul, aka your higher self, coexist. You're supposed to put them in balance. You're supposed to make your feminine and masculine energy coexist. So you can master the art of your energy and your power. You can't have one without the other. So you must remain balanced. And see, a lot of people believe that in this lifetime that I just remember when I used to really follow people and what they said, and now that I'm like looking back at everything, I'm like, bruh, I should just keep listening to myself. Cause looking back, I've manifested everything that I truly wanted. Only thing that I fucked up is when I got it, I fell back into the goddamn programs of other people. The programs they put on me. Instead of remaining in my own power, in my own balance and energy, I started listening to outside validation. And see, when you listen to people or you allow people to hold your steering wheel, they'll steer your ass in the wrong direction. Because one thing I'm realizing is a lot of people, they might not want what's best for you, but they don't mean you good either. But you don't have to create that reality. You just ask God to show, give you discernment and give you the eyes to see reality for what it is. And then you'll start to see people close to you that you thought loved you. They got this fat ass, big ass, ugly ass mask on, and you hold so dear to you and you so attached to. You start to see a lot of things in your life fall away, and maybe people steal your fucking clothes and take your shoes. No matter if you're a girl or not. Usually I'm small as fuck. But I still had big ass niggas steal my clothes. Put they fucking feet in my socks. I've had the weirdest things happen to me that I don't even mind not having a big friend group. Or not having friends at all. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Because motherfuckers are not aware. And I'm going to tell you now, the next people that I befriend are going to be my soul family. If they are not a part of my soul family, it's not for me. I don't accept. And I had bitches steal my clothes, all type of shit. So we don't even play them type of games. Now I'm just sitting here reminiscing on the fact that the bitch stole my clothes. We gonna go ahead and get off that energy, cause that's the past. But when it comes to balancing in general, I think the main three steps that I could give you guys is one, don't be so hard on yourself. Remain present, remain in the right now, in the now, and just remember that life is a gift and enjoy every experience that God give you. Don't try to limit yourself. Don't try to close yourself off to a lot of things. Just remain open. That's how you track a lot of things. You just remain open to a lot of stuff. So don't be so hard on yourself. Don't seek outside validation. It's great to seek for help and ask people for help or for guidance. But if you are doing it out of the energy of fear, then you need to sit down and meditate and journal with yourself. Because if you are going to be seeking outside validation in the energy, in the format of fear, meaning you're scared of where you are at in your life, or you're scared of what's next, you just need to sit with yourself and meditate and journal. And third, always remain grateful and appreciative for everything you have and your illusions right now in this very moment, because everything is a tool and everything can be used as a tool. I've seen a lot of people to this day. I look around at a lot of people and I see how a lot of people maneuver through life and how they have so much abundance, but they are not even aware of it because it's always in their life. It's just like if the speaker is always in my room, I'm gonna get used to the speaker being in my room. Like, yes, I got a speaker. Okay, I got a speaker. Same thing as when you get a new video game. You get GTA 6 come out. You buy that shit. You happy. You finally buy it. You play it for a few months. A few months. That's crazy. You play it for a few months. And then guess what happened? Or you beat the game and what happened? That feeling that you got when you first got the game, it ain't there no more. So now you treat that game like it ain't shit. No, remain grateful. Remain appreciative. You see how things over time they become more valuable? It's because things always have value. I mean, we give it value. We give things value. But you have to pick and choose which one. Like what you want to give value to and what you feel like deserve your attention. So just make sure that the energy that you put out, that whatever you giving your energy to, it is worthy of your energy and is deserving of it. But this is the Galaxy Realm podcast. I need to go meditate with my throat chakra. This is the Galaxy Realm podcast, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. I'm trying to figure out a schedule and a format of these videos, like which platform I want to focus more on, the schedule, the time frames, and things like that. It's quite difficult to create a schedule right now because I'm kind of working my schedule around other people around me. But um, if you guys love what you see so far in this video, you love the messages that I put in this video, you feel like you love my energy, you can learn from me, or you just love the Galaxy Room in general. I got some music videos, I got some performance videos on my YouTube, I got some more wisdom, knowledge of wisdom, some more messages that you guys can look into and learn from. Just follow me down for more, subscribe, like, and most importantly, share it to your friend, your sister, your parents, your mother, anybody you feel like can benefit from anything that I post or any of my content. I ask that you share it. Let's build this community. Let's get the home of supporters in the galaxies bigger so that we could take over the world. Other than that, enjoy the journey.